that was the fun of them. You got to watch your heroes get brutally murdered in these things, and you'd know, okay, these guys got murdered, but in the main universe, they're fine.
Yeah.
And so it was fun to see that.
All right, I know everybody's, before we get started
Right.
on Doctor Strange, everybody's looking for ways to piss off their lady. All right, you gotta do this when you're in the sack. You're in there and you're getting it on, and you're being all romantic. You're like, oh, baby, you got it going on, girl. And then get out your phone. And she's gonna go, oh, what are you doing? I don't wanna be on camera. And then you go, no, this is all for me, baby girl. I'm the best, baby. And she'll get so pissed it'll be hilarious.
Welcome to Two Gaming Dudes, and we are reviewing Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
I can't fucking believe I'm gonna say this.
Don't do it. Oh no.
I can't believe it. Bro,
Go ahead. I know what you're gonna say, and yeah, go ahead.
it's the best shit Marvel has put out in a long time.
Wow.
You're simply the best.
You went there.
I'm fucking stupefied. I can't believe I had to say it. We always keep it 100 on here.
Right.
It was not, there were gigantic holes.
Yeah.
And
it has
huge,
some
ridiculous problems.
Real problems.
Big. But the last 20 minutes saved that film.
Really?
I
Interesting.
mean it sincerely. Yeah.
Huh. I liked it. I just didn't feel like it was a Doctor Strange movie. I felt like this was a Wanda movie. And if they had just called it the Wanda movie,
People would have seen it anyway.
people would have seen it anyway, and I think we would have liked it a lot better, because then you could have put a lot more focus on Wanda herself and some of the shit that she's going through. You didn't have to cut to Doctor Strange quite as often, and he could still be a part of it, but it didn't need to go there. But it's not a Wanda movie. It's a Doctor Strange movie. And he kind of plays a back seat in a lot of this. He's very passive. America Chavez is the gal who's running things.
Yeah, I was gonna. Do you think this was all a setup for her?
Oh,
Give
yeah.
her some kind of TV show?
TV show, or she's a part of the Young Avengers,
Something,
and they're going to
okay,
set that
yeah.
up. Because I really do think they're setting up the Young Avengers.
My opinion changed and evolved as the movie went on.
Okay.
From the reviews and just knowing what I know about Marvel, I was expecting just another formula diarrhea.
Sure.
And the first 60 seconds were, you just, opening credits, boom, you're in this ridiculous, shitty CGI bullshit, giant monster fight
Right.
That-
The usual stuff.
with no explanation or context. And 60 seconds into it, you're introduced to the glowy thing. Bad guys and the good guys are fighting over the glowy thing. And I was like, fuck, I can't believe this shit, 20 bucks down the toilet. And then about an hour into it, I was thinking about this review, and I was like, you know what? This is not the worst Marvel movie I've ever seen. And then at the end, I was like, this is the best shit they've done in a long time.
Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch. And I don't know, should I start with that part first or with the shit parts first?
Well, let me tell you this. I was a fan of the first Doctor Strange movie. I actually really liked it.
I thought it was absolute diarrhea.
And this is such a huge departure from everything that they did in the first one.
Yeah.
I mean, visually, the music, the style, everything is completely totally different writer, totally different director. So everything's going to be different. But
The same shitty fractal CGI shit, though.
a little bit,
Nah,
a little
same-
bit, but
same.
they didn't go there the way that they did in Doctor Strange or the way that they did in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So that's what kind of pulled me out of it, and I was like, am I sure this is a Doctor Strange movie? And man, it just had so much Sam Raimi in it. Like, so much. And it's just like, I will prove to you this is a Sam Raimi movie by putting all my shit in it.
I get why he said in an interview he felt handcuffed by Disney.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I could tell immediately, I could recognize the Raimi fingerprints. Like, okay,
Yeah.
that's a Sam Raimi focus pull. That's a Sam Raimi demon choreography. That's a Sam Raimi whatever, fill in the blanks.
Yep.
That's the Oldsmobile. Okay. But the rest of the other 90% was just a generic Any asshole at Disney could have done this.
And you almost feel like someone at Disney was saying, hey, you know that thing you did in that other movie with you did, do that again, because that was really cool.
Maybe, I don't know.
Fine, yeah, I can do that.
I don't know if it was that, or he just went out doing what he was doing, and then the suits were like, whoa, buddy. This is not some bullshit Michigan State University Evil Dead. This is the Walt Disney Company. Take that fucking ridiculous skeleton girl out of there.
Are you sure? Because you have the Necronomicon in this movie.
Yes! Okay.
So are we sure?
And the Disney fingerprints were all over it.
Yes.
Like that fucking wedding scene. Number one, it goes 17 minutes into the film before we're introduced to any starting of the story. I was watching my clock. 17 minutes before you get any. Here's who this character is, and this is what this movie's. This is what this is about. This is what's happening.
Yeah.
17 minutes.
Yeah.
You get this wedding scene where it was clearly the Disney exec. Okay, we got the memo from the head office. We need a lady in a hijab. Just get some extra. Put her in. Okay, you sit up front. We need a Sikh wearing a ridiculous turban. You buddy, sit down. Oh, the bride is marrying a black dude now. Go.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And, that part was really weird to me because at first I was like, okay, so it starts as a wedding and now you're like running the UN or something. Like, who are all these people?
You know I don't have a problem with any of that shit. I don't care.
No, I don't.
But it's such an obvious Disney check. Okay, we got our Indian guy, Chinese girl. Okay, Captain Marvel, just get a black chick because everybody hates Brie Larson. Great. When they do it so obvious, like, look how progressive we are at the Walt Disney Company. Fuck you. It's obvious what you're doing. Nobody buys it. We know what you're fucking doing.
So we'll get to some of this other stuff in a minute, but the black chick in particular for Captain Marvel, that was actually Rambo. That was the woman who was with her because they were best friends.
Yeah.
So in this universe, they switched spots.
From the stupid...
Right. So and that's all you had there was just the two switched in this alternate reality universe. And, that's fine. That's fine.
What I really liked is that they... This is Raimi, again. My huge complaint with Marvel is they do this with the power levels. The worst example was Civil War.
Yeah.
Tony Stark, those fucking Iron Man Mark IV Palm cut tanks in half. And he blasted Iron Man in the gut with it. And Iron Man...
Falcon.
Captain America blasts him in the belly with that same laser. And he goes, oh! And gets up and keeps fighting. It's just shit like that.
Right.
And this time, no, this is the Scarlet Witch, the most powerful magic user on the planet. And Captain Britain, Agent Carter, you are a girl on steroids. You're gonna get your fucking ass kicked.
Yeah.
There wasn't this talk about, but all the Captain Marvel fans are gonna be mad that we beat up their favorite Captain Britain character. Fuck you.
you. It's
this
dead.
is how it would go down.
Yes.
Reed Richards, what the fuck you, elastic fuckhead. You'd get your ass kicked. But all the Fantastic Four fans are gonna get, fuck you. This is how it would go down.
Yeah.
I loved that they fucking had the guts to do that.
You know what was really funny? That whole segment. Fans loved it. Fans loved it. There was other stuff they hated, but that, for whatever reason, everybody was like, yes, that's exactly it. That's what we wanted to see, is these gruesome deaths of all our heroes. because they were like, the What If comics and all of the alternate universe comics that came out, we're talking about years and years ago to the recent ones, that was the fun of them. You got to watch your heroes get brutally murdered in these things, and you'd know, okay, these guys got murdered, but in the main universe, they're fine.
Yeah.
And so it was fun to see that, and I loved that.
As did I.
It was so gruesome.
I'm glad they finally, I have to imagine it was Raimi just saying, no, this is fucking stupid. This isn't realistic. That's not how it would go down. She's just a girl.
Yeah.
He can just stretch himself. You've already established this antagonist as the most powerful magic user and a threat. Show her being a threat. Otherwise, there's no stakes, and who gives a shit?
Exactly.
This is what a proper classical filmmaker understands. There has to be stakes involved, or who gives a fuck?
Exactly. And I could actually see him saying, well, it's okay if I kill these guys off because we're in an alternate universe now. So
and
it doesn't matter
and then the Disney guys, oh, so we can still use them on the TV shows?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right, go. Sam, we love what you're doing, buddy. Go.
You can even still sell the toys. Done.
What finally turned it, solidified it for me, as yes, this is the best shit they've done in a long time, was how they finally end it. Not with a gigantic, ridiculous CGI monster fight, although there was an awful lot of stupid laser bullshit.
Right.
With a sincere moment of humanity, showing her, this is what you're asking for, and these are the consequences of what would happen if you did it. And show her fucking emotional breakdown. I'm like, fucking goddamn beautiful. That's how you fucking round out a character. Fucking Sam Raimi.
Yes, absolutely.
Bravo. And that sold it. I'm like, that's
Now
it. They finally understand.
Now, while I agree, that was a fantastic ending and a great way to wrap up and round out this wonderful character. One of my favorite characters.
Scarlet Witch?
Yeah, Scarlet Witch.
I hated her up until this.
However, it did nothing for Doctor Strange. This was not a part of his arc, or, I mean, I guess him meeting all of his alternate selves and realizing all of his alternate selves are dicks. and okay, and the whole, you got to give up the knife. You can't always be the one. Sometimes you have to let someone else do it.
Yeah.
So, I guess, but this really was the Scarlet Witch movie.
But that's okay. But so what?
That's fair.
When it's done well and hooks you in, you can look past that stuff. Empire Strikes Back. Fucking awesome movie. You're cheering by the end of it. I can look past the broom handle that tips over the AT-AT. When the movie sucks,
Right?
that stuff is glaring. So
Yes, and it becomes just one more thing on the list of things that made you angry.
in that last 20 minutes, I forgave the stupid CGI fights and the ridiculous holes like, she can send monsters through the multiverse to chase after America. Why can't she just open a portal for herself? Wow. She conjured her kids out of her dreams. Why can't she just conjure up 2 other kids?
2 more kids.
Instead of opening a portal and sending a demon through it, why not open a portal and just kidnap a pair of kids from some other...
So, the theory, and they didn't really get into it in the movie, and I feel like they really should have.
No, they shouldn't have, because it would blow the fucking reality out.
Well, no. I mean, the theory behind it was that book she was reading was heavily influencing her. It's why she was making so many evil decisions and stuff. Because this book was pushing her to
the Darkhold.
Yeah, the Darkhold was just pushing her to make evil decisions, and that makes sense.
Yeah,
in the context of that, I just wish they would have, mentioned a little bit more of that. Because it was like feeding off of her grief and turning it into something horrible.
Yeah.
So, but again, I have nothing against this movie. I did enjoy it. I guess it just took me by surprise because I was really expecting it to be something else. I guess I don't know what I was expecting.
It also took me by surprise, but in a good way. In a good way. I have been just sick to fucking death of Marvel shit since whatever was after Endgame.
Spider-Man.
So since the start of Phase 4, I have just been like, I've had it up to here. And this, suddenly, I'm like...
you are right, because when you look at what came after it, like the Eternals, and
fuck me.
Shang-Chi, and all the crap on Disney Plus, and
I mean, I've been fed up with it. Fed the fuck up with it. And I went into this one just waiting to tear it apart and be mad at you for making me spend $18. But I'm so fucking happy. I'm so fucking happy.
all right. It is not often I get to see
No.
this,
At
especially
a
Marvel
giant
movie.
Disney studio production. Oh my god!
All right, well then, hey, congrats Sam Raimi for pulling off something we didn't think you'd be able to do. So
I knew he could do it. I knew it, and in fact, I suspected that if they tried to bind him too much, he would have walked.
probably,
I think he would have quit had they tried to constrain him too much. And you could tell he was frustrated because all his interviews, he's very clear. Like, Disney really binds you. They really tried to drive the train themselves. But you could tell this was a Raimi film.
Yeah. Now you go back and you look at a lot of the other Marvel movies, especially everything in the Phase 4 and beyond, right? And you can't tell that you're changing directors and changing writers. The style, the style, the style, the style, it stays the same.
Because it comes with studio executive.
Right. And
This is the first time they had an experienced...
And you're right, this one is truly different from the others. I mean, they would tout that the Eternals is something truly different, but it's
No,
not.
it's not. No, it's fucking not.
It's the same shit, just somehow
Shittier.
made really boring. But no, this one, hands down, truly a different experience, and for the better.
Much better. There were moments, I was looking at my watch.
Okay, so
There are a couple points where I was like,
you got to
oh,
point out some of the
fuck.
bad moments that irked you. There's got to be something that was just like, oh,
Yeah, I
Why?
mean, it just progressively got better. Maybe that was intentional. Maybe it was a bait and switch. It might have been Raimi starting with the ridiculous giant CGI fight and ending it with this heartfelt. Maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like something he would do.
that'd be funny. You have to have a big CGI fight.
Okay, put it right at the beginning.
Right at the beginning.
I want it 60 seconds long. And at the end, I want her crying and in tears when she sees that her children hate her. And the execs, there's not going to be a giant laser fight at the end? Shut
about
the fuck
the-
up. I'm Sam Raimi. I know what the fuck I'm doing.
We need a giant demon, though. A great big CGI monster is going to come out.
Okay, put it at the beginning.
There you go.
I'm so happy about this. I really am. I'm like a new man.
All right, well, there you go. You got to leave some comments down below. Let us know if you saw Doctor Strange too. Did you love it? Did you hate it? We got to know. We got to know.
I don't know. I don't really give a fuck, but
He doesn't give a fuck, but I do. I actually want to know what you guys think of it. So leave some comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell, all
Charles
that shit.
cares, yeah.
I care. I care.
I don't care.
All right. See you in another episode.
I don't care even. I don't even care whether or not I care.
We'll see you in another episode. Bye.